All right, so we have a video from Tasha K on her show Unwind with Tasha K. She was doing a Q&A that she received through emails, and I thought that this was a perfect question for us to talk about further. Let's take a listen.
Boyfriend and I have been together for 10 years. He has struggled with addiction on and off. And I've held him down and paid all the bills for the entire relationship. Am I stupid to stay or loyal because he wants to get better? It sounds like he has a steady income to pay for the dope. It sounds like that all you are for 10 years is that steady gig he got to keep the dope coming in. I can't even believe that you are even risking your health with somebody that does dope. Real talk. Hey, I'm just telling you, but like you're laying down with a man with a drug habit. And they do anything they can to get drugs. Now, if you want to say he functionable because you taking care of him. You ironing his clothes, cooking, making sure he got a warm bed and a hot meal at night and stuff. I'll tell you anything I can too, baby, to make you stay. I will. The dope man, no, I ain't gonna never owe him as long as you around. Boyfriend of 10 years. Do you hear yourself? Boyfriend of 10 years. Who's a crackhead? Should you stay or go? Let me, sometimes it does take somebody reading your life. That's why I tell people, y'all got to take your ass down there to the therapy office. If y'all don't want to journal, I tell y'all have to do therapy. But if you can't afford to do therapy, journal. Because when you journal, you write and you go sit in front of a therapist, she writing the shit that you said, then she throw it back at you. And you be like, that's me? No, that's you. You not stupid, but you sure is dumb. Baby, listen.
So let's talk about this because this one right here, this is real. A 10-year relationship, and she's been holding everything down, paying the bills, carrying the household, staying while she struggles with addiction, while he struggles with addiction. And her question is, am I stupid or am I loyal? Welcome back, where we take real moments and real conversations and tell the truth about what they actually mean. All right, so let's be honest. That's not the real question because she already knows the answer. That's why she even asks it. She's not looking for the answer. She's more so looking for reassurance. And that's something that a lot of people do when they already feel the truth, but aren't ready to act on it yet. Because until she decides for herself, she will stay and nothing will change. Now let's go a little deeper because this is where the pattern comes in. This didn't just start here. This started somewhere along the way where she learned that in order to be loved, she had to overgive. She had to pour more, do more, carry more, and hope that one day it would be returned. And when you operate from that place, you don't just give, you overextend yourself. You stay longer than you should, you tolerate more than you should, and you call it love. When really, it's a battery. And patterns don't break until you become aware of them and decide to do something different. Because awareness alone is not enough. You have to go deeper. You have to ask, how did I get here in the first place? Where did I learn this? Why do I feel like I have to give this much just to receive love? Because until you answer that, you will keep repeating it. Different person, same pattern. That's how people can go from relationship to relationship and end up in the same relationship. And they think, well, this is with a different person. Yeah, but you are still the same. Your patterns are still the same. Now, I also want to touch on something else that was said. She mentioned journaling because there's power sitting with yourself long enough to hear your own thoughts, to see your patterns on paper, to start running from what you already feel, because sometimes you don't need more advice. You need to hear yourself clearly. And journaling allows you to do this shit. It slows you down, it brings awareness, and a forced honesty. I stand by journaling 100%. As I tell people all the time, journaling saved my life. And so that's where change actually begins. Because no one can make the decision for you. No one can pull you out of the pattern you're not ready to leave. I'm going to say that again. No one can pull you out of a pattern you are not ready to leave. And that's a choice. That's your choice. And it has to come from you. One of the things that I often remind myself is that I can ask everybody for advice or what should I do in a situation. But until I decide that that's going to be the decision I make, people can talk to me until they blue in the face. Even God is not going to come and make me do anything because I have free will. So if God is not going to stop me from making choices and decisions, and even if God is showing me signs and I know that this doesn't benefit me and I still want to stay stuck in that pattern, He's going to let that be. So if not even God can change it, until I decide that's something I want, everything is going to continue to be the same. And so this is not about calling her stupid. It's not even about questioning her loyalty. This is about awareness. Because loyalty to someone else should never require disloyalty to yourself. Let me say that again, okay? Loyalty to someone else should never require disloyalty to yourself. And at some point, you have to decide, am I going to keep choosing this? Or am I going to finally choose me? Because sometimes the real strength is not in staying, it's in leaving to save yourself.